Day 13. Arriving in Norway's third largest city, Stavanger. Stavanger features hilly terrain, with a unique, multi-layered urban landscape. The place we stayed at is Stavanger Bed and Breakfast, a centrally located quiet guest house. The next day, day 14 of our trip, we took a cruise of Lysefjord. Passing by St. Peter's Church. Norwegian Petroleum Museum. A 1/50th scale model of the Ekofisk tank, a massive, 1 million barrel capacity concrete oil storage structure. Heading to the cruise terminal, through a narrow passageway. Strandkaien, a vibrant waterfront area where the cruise terminal and the old town are located nearby. About to board on a Lysefjord cruise. Our cruise ship first traverses the expanse of Hogsfjord, then turns into the narrower Lysefjord at the town of Fursand, making its return journey after stopping at Preikestolen, Pulpit Rock, and Hengefossen waterfall. Shortly after sailing out of the harbor, it started to rain. Stopping at Fantahala, a historic, narrow sea cave, renowned for once harboring outlaws. Our ship pauses beneath the famous Preikestolen. The guide announces.
30 meters, or nearly 100 feet, and 604 meters, almost 2,000 feet above us. Every year, roughly 300,000 people hike to the top of Preikestolen to enjoy what some travel experts have called the world's best viewing point. From the parking area next to Preikestolen Mountain Lodge, it takes about 2 hours to hike along a well-marked paved trail to the top. There is a deep fissure between Preikestolen and the mountain itself, but experts assure us it is completely safe. However, according to an old legend, if 7 brothers marry 7 sisters from the Lysefjord, the Pulpit Rock will collapse into the fjord, causing a terrible tidal wave.
Now we are at the Hengefossen waterfall. The 75-meter-tall waterfall is also known as Whiskey Falls. Visiting the Norwegian Printing Museum, we saw exhibitions that showcase the history of the city's printing industry. At the museum's print shop, you can experience how prints were created in the old days, including hand setting, old printing presses, and bookbinding. In Norwegian Canning Museum, we learned that canning and printing formed the city's backbone in the early 20th century. It was the demand for brightly colored canning labels and packaging that spurred the development of the printing industry.
Vi har jo sett på som kvinnelige butikkarbeiderne som en av de mer attraktive jobbene å ha, fordi du fikk lov å sitte hele dagen.
Situated next to the workshop is a realistic scene of the supervisor's office. Across the old factory is
Øvre Strandgytte 90.
known as number 90. We are on our own to take a look inside. The house was built in 1836 by the blacksmith Petter Peterson Thilo. After him came 3 subsequent generations of his family, who lived in the house until 1920. After 1920, with the blooming of the canning industry, it became workers' residence. Let's follow the camera back to an ordinary morning, in the 1950s. The lady of the house, let's just call her Mrs. Hansen, would rise from bed, walk through the sitting room to check on her sleeping baby in the nursery. She would look around this 120-year-old house, where she called home, and also where the memories of her family were kept. In Stavanger of that era, this house, like many other old houses on this street, witnessed people's daily lives and family histories, which closely connected with the canning industry. Mrs. Hansen would come to the kitchen to prepare breakfast for Mr. Hansen. After breakfast, Mr. Hansen would kiss his wife goodbye, before leaving for work. He would walk to the factory next door, check himself in, clock in, don his uniform, and arrive at the assembly line to start his day. Taking a stroll through
Gamle Stavanger,
meaning Old Stavanger. There are over 170 white painted wooden houses here, like the one at number 90, dating from the 18th and 19th centuries. A giant, modern cruise ship, towering over a historic port, a physical collision of different eras. Valberg Tower, seen from
Vågen,
the Stavanger harbor area. Visiting Stavanger Maritime Museum, we discovered the city's maritime history spanning over the past 500 years. The exhibition hall consists of several merchant properties that were built at the beginning of the 1800s, featuring a general store, an apartment furnished with a living room, a study, the sail loft, and shipping office. Of all of these different interiors, the shipping office is the most authentic. Hey, is this red carpet laid out for me? There's music in front. Let's go take a look. The next day, our plan was to hike the Pulpit Rock, Preikestolen, near Stavanger. It started off as a nice day, so we headed out to catch the bus. Passing by Breavatnet, a small lake in the city center. Riding on the bus from Stavanger city center to Pulpit Rock. 50 minutes later, we arrived at the Pulpit Rock parking lot. The visitor center, part of a large area known as Preikestolen Base Camp. The trail is 4 kilometers one way with 500 meters of elevation gain. Starting at 10 o'clock, we walked a wide, gently upward winding path that eventually turned into a steep, 500-meter rocky climb. Here it comes. This stretch of boulders acts as a nature-made staircase, with some platforms for resting, and other parts requiring climbing and jumping. Upon reaching Urskar, elevation 420 meters, we caught a glimpse of a lake. Half an hour later, we reached 1.5 kilometers to
Krogebekmyrene,
a boggy area where the first upward wave ends. A boardwalk crosses the boggy area, making it an easy walk. But not for too long, before the hardest part hits. An hour and a half has passed. From this point on, we need to navigate uneven terrain, and climb steep steps, where every step is a challenge. The trail climbs to Neverdalsgeret, which is 540 meters above sea level. There are still 1.8 kilometers to go, but the terrain looks relatively gentle into Jodnane. 2 hours have passed since we started. We are now at Jodnane, a set of small, scenic mountain lakes situated at an elevation of 531 meters and roughly halfway to the summit. Continue straight ahead, the emergency shelter is located to the front right. We are on a flat, slippery expanse of rock. With only 1 kilometer left to reach Preikestolen. Before the final stretch, take a moment to admire the Lysefjord behind us. Along the way, the scenic plateaus and valleys fully reveal themselves. After 2 hours and 45 minutes, we're ready for the final 50 meters. Here, you must first descend a narrow, steep path, right on the edge of the cliff. Then the trail narrows, and the rocks underfoot become increasingly slippery. Ahead lies what appears to be a sheer cliff, there seems no path left. Then, the path suddenly levels out, leading to that massive flat slab of Pulpit Rock. We finally made it to Pulpit Rock, which took 3 hours instead of the estimated 2. This must be the fissure in Preikestolen we heard about on the boat yesterday. waiting in line for the best views, and getting that photo. Just then, it started to flurry. Looking back at where I just climbed.